That being said, my name is Felice Ricks, and I'm happy to be here with you tonight. I am a customer of the Royaltie platform, but I'm also a founding and affiliate that has been using the platform for over 2.5 years. And it is my honor and pleasure to introduce to you the presenter for this evening. His name is Richard Laidler. Richard was born in the United Kingdom. He was raised and educated in Cambridge. He immigrated to the United States in 1996, and he started a new company because he invented a new digital printing technology. In 2004, he sold that business for multiple seven figures. He then went on to become an owner of several Dickey's barbecue restaurants in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. He's also sold those businesses and is now focused on more residual-based businesses. And he currently has two of those. One is his own energy business, and the other one is the Royaltie business. Without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome our presenter for this evening, Richard Laidler.
Hi, can you hear me okay?
I can hear you perfectly.
Boy, am I glad I went for those residual businesses. I wouldn't want those restaurants right now.
Not.
That's, yeah. So, well, everybody, welcome to the call. Thank you for getting on this call. It's very, very important what we're going to be talking about tonight. There's a lot of crazy stuff going on there in the world right now. And we've got companies that are struggling, and the unemployment's like super high right now, and people are really kind of struggling to kind of find out what to do. Fortunately, we have this internet, we have this Zoom thing that we're using right now, so we can stay in touch. Imagine if this had happened back in the 70s or 80s, we'd have been really isolated. We wouldn't have known what to do. But tonight we're going to share some technology that's really, really key, especially because of what's going on right now. There's been obviously a massive movement from offline, traditional business, to online. But obviously that has been, there's been a huge catalyst dropped into that little chemical solution recently with what's been happening over the last 2 or 3 months. And we're going to be talking about some technology that really helps the small businessman, one-man band, one-woman band, solopreneur, small business, not only kind of survive right now, but also thrive, and especially when the lockdown is lifted, really kind of take off and take advantage of this movement from online to offline. So I'm going to switch my screen right over here and put myself up there in the top right-hand corner. So again, my name's Richard Laidler. I'm going to be talking about some technology which is really, really awesome. If you're a small business owner, a network marketer, or anything like that, this is absolutely perfect. And certainly good information for you to, this is not a pitch, by the way. This is sharing some information. If it makes sense, then great. If not, that's fine. I'm too old to pitch anything nowadays. I just want to share something that I think is really good news. And if you like it, come on. If not, no worries. So you'll find this to be, I'm excited about the technology, but it's definitely, you'll find it not to be a pitch. But yeah, I have 3 businesses I currently run right now. One is an energy business. I help people save money on an electricity bill. That is a residual style business. So I help people save money on a bill, whether it's residential or commercial. And every time they save money when they pay their bill, I get a little something. And when you have a few thousand customers, that money comes in month after month, no matter what happens. So I'm excited about that. I also have a music business that I've been running since 2001. And more recently, my son's got involved with that. So now it's more of a labor of love. I love that business. But I'm also now a Royaltie affiliate. That wasn't always the case. I became a Royaltie customer first. And I became a Royaltie customer because I wanted to be in front of more people to talk to them about switching their electricity. Basically, I needed to be doing marketing because I was doing it the old-fashioned way of going out to try and find people who are looking to switch their electricity. And that just, is the way most small businesses run nowadays. But we need to mature as a company to be thinking in much more in bigger terms, and now being able to market, especially with the way people buy nowadays. It's, now 67% of people have made the decision what they're going to buy before they even walk out the door. And we need to be part of their research and obviously of their, of what they've been doing online to find out what they're going to buy and where they're going to buy it. We need to be obviously part of that conversation. But bottom line, if you're a small business owner, you're a solopreneur, maybe a network marketer, or you're in some kind of partnership, basically a small organization that doesn't have the money or funds to be able to hire a marketing company, and you're kind of doing it yourself or not at all, the one thing we need is more customers. And right now, there's a couple of issues that are making that really kind of difficult. One is a very general issue, and the other one is much more current. The general issue is, I don't care what your business is. I don't care how lovely you are. I don't care how great your service is. At the end of the day, the number of people who are looking for your product or service today, right now, at this very second, is very, very few. Probably about 1%, high end, 3%, low end, less than 1%. Like, for example, how many people on this call right now are switching electricity? I would imagine none. But does that mean I don't have a business? No, of course not, because the good news is that at some point, the other 99% of you are going to be switching, but just not today, at some point in the future, tomorrow, next week, next month, next year, 5 years from now. Our job is just to make sure as small business owners that we are in front of people when they're looking to switch or looking to buy whatever their product is, in my case, electricity, rather than just going out that day and hoping to throw out a fishing rod and catch that one person who's looking for your particular product. And this is something that we need to be really looking at, because this is not so much an option anymore. It's moving away more and more and more to be able to go out and look for people who are looking for our product, our service, is becoming yesterday's news. I mean, it's not going away completely, but this offline to online has been happening over the past 10 years, but over the last 3 months is dramatically increasing, and we have to change the way we do business. And obviously we have a very current issue, which is changing the way we do business right now, because bad news is everybody's on lockdown, and based on the news right now, depending which news you listen to, but the lockdown, looks like it's not lifting anymore anytime soon. And hey, who knows? Maybe even they'll start having people stay at home again because of the recent changes recently. That's the bad news. The good news is, of course, that we're online. This is very normal for us. This is, when I'm doing presentations like this, I see people in their homes. I see the kids. I see the dogs. I see people relaxed on their couch or in their home office, and it's lovely. It's wonderful. It's great. But the thing is that they're not out there for us to be able to go get them. But again, the good news is that they're online. I'm able to talk to you right now through this camera. You can see me. I can see you. You can listen to me. You can make a decision about whether I'm a credible individual or whether what I'm talking about is something you're interested in. Again, thank goodness we have this technology. If this had happened back in the 70s or 80s, we really, truly would have been very, very isolated. And add to that the fact that we live in a digital economy nowadays. Digital marketing has totally leveled the playing field. And we can now present our business, present ourselves as exquisitely, as beautifully, as eloquently, and as quickly as the big companies. The only challenge is that even though we can all get online, we've all got one of these, we've all got a cell phone, we've all got a computer, and we can get on Facebook or LinkedIn or whatever, the number of people who are actually using digital marketing to promote their business successfully is very, very small. Literally around 1% of people, small business owners right now, and there's 500 million of us out there. All sorts of different businesses, but only 1% are actually doing any kind of effective digital marketing. And we stand by the other 99%, right? Us, the likelihood is you're probably one of the 99%, like I used to be. We stand by and we watch the big companies and the 1%ers monopolize that real estate where the eyes are. Where's everybody's eyes buried now? They're buried right here. And we have to be there. That real estate there is really valuable, and we have to get there. But why are we not out there? Why are the 99% of us, when we have such easy access, why aren't we doing it? And it's because it's too complicated. We've got Facebook ads, Instagram ads, Google ads, YouTube, blogging, message bots, SMS marketing, ClickFunnels, and literally the list goes on. These are all great products. I'm not knocking them in any way. They're all great products, but they all take a lot of learning. And I don't know about you, but I'm over 50, and I'm not up with it like the kids. You see the kids and the 17 and the 20-year-olds. They're flying around this like it's nobody's business, but the majority of business owners are not of that younger age group. They're more likely to be 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, and even older. And this has just become kind of complicated. But the thing is, if we don't learn this stuff, we have to. Because if we don't, this is not the option that they used to be. And if we don't adapt and we're not online like the big boys, we're going to fall behind. We're going to not only fall behind because our competition will do it or hire someone to do it for them. We maybe don't have the resources to do it like them. But if we are not doing this, if we are not adopting the way people buy right now, and by the way, when I say the way people buy right now, I mean you too. You probably buy the same way as your customers. You go online first and you research, you look, and you find people who are influencers, people you want to listen to. If we don't do that, we'll fall behind or maybe even go out of business. You see some names here that are no longer around because they didn't adapt when they needed to. But here's the good news. We're introducing some new technology that is basically built for you and I. It's the Royaltie platform. It's the first all-in-one digital marketing platform, and it's powered by artificial intelligence. So first of all, it's an all-in-one digital marketing platform. It's all under one roof. Everything I just listed that was complicated, those things that came across the screen like this, all of those things are in this particular platform. So it's all there. It all works together already. And it's all powered by an artificial intelligence, who I'm going to show you in a second is going to become your best friend because he does a lot of the heavy lifting for you. But basically, it's just digital marketing to allow you and I to be in front of more people so that we can do our job, which is to turn them into customers over time. Maybe not today. We'll catch the 1% who are looking today, but we'll also get those 2, 3, 5, 10, the other 80% who are looking to buy at some point in the future because we're in front of them, because we have got this ability to now communicate with them on an ongoing basis. But the point is, more than anything else, it's made simple. It's made for you and me, the 99% of us, so we don't have to stand by and watch the 1%ers and the big companies monopolize that real estate on the screen. So let's break it down real quick. I'm going to break down the Royaltie platform, but I'm actually going to kind of break down what we need to be doing to market online. So first of all, let's accept that we have to change the way that we get in front of our customers. It's different now. Online is absolutely the way it's been going for the last 10 years and the way it's going to continue to go. There's always going to be some offline activity, of course, but the massive trend is that we have to be online. And if we're going to be marketing on ourselves online, there are a few basic things that we need to be doing. First of all, we need to be doing some online advertising. Then we need to be doing some content marketing. Now, I know I'm talking to the 99% here, so there may be a little bit of jargon in there. And if there's some jargon, I will kind of clear what those words mean. But content marketing is basically the ability to talk to people who are in your social media, on your Facebook business pages, on your Instagram, on your LinkedIn, on your Pinterest, being able to talk to those people in your circle of influence. Some of them are real close, like friends and family. Some are colleagues, and some are people who have just been attracted to what you do. Also, we need to be doing something called retargeting. I'm going to go into that a little bit in a second. But that's basically, if you've done some research to buy a camera, which is what I've been doing more recently, is now it seems like cameras are everywhere. Everywhere you look on your social media or on your ads or whatever, cameras are everywhere. That's something called retargeting. It's not, your washing machine listening to you and doing some creepy stuff behind your back. No, it's a genuine marketing technique, which we're going to be talking about in just a second, but also SEO. SEO, a bit more jargon there, search engine optimization. This is the ability for people to be able to find you. Okay, people who are out there looking for your product or service, or maybe even your company, and they can find you easily. That's something called SEO. Once we've attracted people's attention, we then need to communicate with them, right? So, because again, this face-to-face is going away. Now we have to be able to do it online. We need to be able to have a conversation with people. And I'm talking in an analogy there, a conversation as in they're constantly seeing us, we're seeing them on our screens and this type of thing. There's communication going on, whether it be email, whether it be content marketing, whether it be an ad going out, but there's just this interaction going on, but it's all online, and you obviously need a few tools to be able to do that. Obviously, you need a website or a number of websites. You obviously need email, blogging, maybe newsletters, and obviously a database to be able to, because as you attract people to you, you want to keep them in a database, right? And you want to build that database bigger and bigger, because these are people who are interested in your product or service, and you want to make sure you're talking to them because they may be interested in buying your product. Maybe today, that'd be awesome, but most likely tomorrow, next week, next month, next year. And once we've got this ability to attract attention, then communicate with people, then we just need to make sure that we're doing it as best as we can. That we need some analytics. We need to be able to check that our ads are the most effective that they can be. Check that our websites are doing their job. Check that our emails are getting opened and all that type of thing. We need to get our ego to one side, because we may think we put together the best ads since sliced bread, but let me tell you, the numbers will tell you. And sometimes, trust me, I've had to put my ego aside thinking, this ad is awesome. Everybody should be clicking on it. If they're not, they're not, they're not, they're not, period. And documentation beats conversation. So you need to be able to do some analytics. Now, if you want to do this currently right now without the Royaltie platform, you need all of these different products. And they're all great products. I'm not knocking them again. They are, they're great. They do a fantastic job, but there's a big, long learning curve, days, more than likely weeks to learn it. And then once you've learned them all individually, then you have to make them work with each other, which again takes some knowledge of API or certainly just knowing how to make them work with each other, compatibility and this type of thing. But over and above that, you're going to be spending, $500, $2,500 a month to pay for these things, and that's minimum. My tax person spent $3,500 just on her website. She now is a Royaltie customer, and she still has that website, but it has all of this stuff to complement that website, to drive people to that website. It's great stuff. Now, the good news is the Royaltie platform, what I'm going to be talking to you tonight, has everything that I just listed there. Everything, and it's all under one roof, and it's dumbed down without compromising quality, by the way, dumbed down so you and I can actually use it. All you need is one of these, is obviously a cell phone or a computer. It can be a desktop or a laptop, and you can literally use the Royaltie platform to market like the big companies, as effectively as the big companies, and be just like the 1%ers without all of that work and learning and cost to do it. The Royaltie platform absolutely is the small business owner, one-man band, one-woman band best friend, especially now when everybody's locked down at home. We've got to be able to communicate with this little camera thing we got going on here. So let's have a look at going out and attracting some attention. Okay, so remember, we've got to go out there and say, hey guys, I'm a restaurant, here I am. I'm a hair salon, here I am. I'm a mortgage broker, here I am, right? We've got to attract some attention. So the way we do that, one of the ways was with online advertising. So let's have a look at that really quickly and see how Royaltie addresses it to make it that much easier for you guys, the regular guys like us, the 99%, to be able to do it. We use something called an ad pin, and the nomenclature there, although the terminology, you'll see why it's called an ad pin in just a second. But this is going to go out there and attract people to us who we don't know, people who are not yet in our circle of influence, people who are, walking down the street or in that hotel or in that food court or whatever it is, people who don't know, who may be interested in learning a little bit about your product, your technology, your service, whatever it happens to be. Now, to do some online advertising right now, that's a tough job, because there's over 1 million different apps and websites out there, over 1 million of them. So obviously you can't advertise them on them all. So usually what people do is they pick 1, 2, or 3 of them, and then you have to then advertise on there. So usually it's something like a Facebook or an Instagram or YouTube. If you're going to do Facebook, you have to go in there and learn everything about Facebook. And then you have to put together the ad in the right way and do everything you need to do to be able to advertise on Facebook. That's 1 out of the 1 million. Now, number 2, let's say I'm going to do Instagram, except same thing. You've got to learn all of this stuff. This is where Royaltie, this is the first step, which you'll see why it makes it so much easier for you and I, the 99% of us, the people who've not done this type of thing before, or certainly very little. Royaltie, all you need to do, they have a portal in their back office, all right? And I'm going to show it to you in a second. And in that portal, you can literally put your ad together. You put it together one time, and the Royaltie platform algorithm will distribute that ad for you. You don't even touch Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, or any of the million different apps and websites. You don't touch it. The portal distributes that ad for you according to the Royaltie algorithm. So let me show you how that works. So this is the back office. If it's something, if becoming a Royaltie customer is of interest to you, you'll get a back office over there on the left. You can see it says online ads. All right, this is on a computer. You click on that, and that opens this work area here. Over on the left there, you would type in the headline. This is for a real estate person. Reason why I use real estate is because we all know what they do. They list houses and they sell houses. Some do, other stuff as well, but that's basically what they do. So this is an ad for a guy called David Poole, who happens to be a realtor. Highland Park property open house this weekend. Okay, that would be a pretty typical headline. Type it in there at the top, and it puts it there on the ad on the work area over there on the left. Then you want to put a description of some kind, beautiful 6-bedroom family, dream home in the heart of Dallas, a little bit of a description there. Now we want to put a photograph in there. We're going to put a square photograph and rectangular. So why would you put a square and rectangular? Same picture twice, one square, one rectangular. Remember, this is a portal, and it's distributing this ad for you. Instagram uses square pictures, Facebook uses rectangular pictures, and across the other million different apps and websites, some are square, some are rectangular. So we put them both in there, and the algorithm will pick the right photograph depending on where it's going to advertise. So does that work for you? Okay, so we've just uploaded our picture there. Now I want to put in a website URL. So David Poole here wants people to go to, in this case, davidpoolerealestate.com, which is his website. So if someone sees his ad, sees the house and clicks on it, that's where they're going to go to. Okay, pretty obvious there. And then what we want to do is now what we're going to do is do what's called an online ads location. When you click on that on the left there, that opens up a map of the whole world. I can now advertise, I can now place that ad wherever I want in the world, right over the top of the open house, right over the top of a certain housing estate, right over the next town, the next city, the next country. I could literally be advertising right now over my mum's house on the south of England, right in that area there if I wanted to do that. In fact, our electricity company, we have business in Japan and Canada. I can advertise in those countries. They can advertise here if they want to. And when we're talking about advertising, remember what we're doing. Remember, people are not going out and buying like they used to. They're researching, right? So we're actually not advertising as much as attracting attention, starting a conversation about electricity, starting a conversation about buying a house, starting a conversation about whatever your service happens to be. But I can drop a pin here. In this particular case, I'm dropping a pin right here in the southeast of Dallas, okay? Then what I can do is I can change the size of the circle around that pin. So I can that slider, that I can drag it left or right, as small as 1/2 mile, as big as 500 miles. I really like that tight circle, which sounds counterintuitive, but I'll actually explain in a second why that actually works. But now I've done that. I've created my ad, dropped a pin, created the circle. I now hit save on the bottom corner there. And after a brief approval period, that ad is now distributed according to the Royaltie algorithm to the social media and general apps out there, the websites, a million different apps and websites on the phones, Androids, tablets, desktops, and laptops that people in the area of the pin happen to be. So I can be really specific, and you'll see in a second how we can be really clever with our marketing because of this particular capability. And this blows my mind. Little old me, who hadn't been doing any marketing before, I was literally like most small business owners, just going out there and hustling. The direction was me going to look for customers, not customers coming to me. Can you imagine if Apple went out looking for customers? Of course not. They have customers coming to them. That's what we're doing here. We're changing the direction of customers. We're having them coming to us rather than us going to have to chase them. I can literally be driving along in my car. I have an idea for an ad for electricity. David Poole can have an idea for a particular house he's got in a certain area, he can pull over, get his laptop out, create that ad, and he can have that ad placed after the approval period in no time. Little old us, literally any one of us 99%ers out there can now do this. It's made for us. Okay, so here's a specific example. This is, again, a real estate person, but again, this could be for whatever business you're in. This is a girl here who, like most people, are not looking to buy today. She's looking to buy a house. She's getting married in November, wants to buy a house around November time. But she's seen this house and thinks, wow, this is great. She's excited about getting married. This is what it would look like. She happens to be on Facebook. She's in the area of that pin. She could just as easily be on any one of the other million different apps and websites that are out there. In fact, a girl this age might be more likely to be on Instagram or on some of the other sites. Facebook tends to be an older generation, but she happens to be on Facebook here. And by the way, this is what the ad looks like on Facebook. Looks just like a Facebook ad. You know why? Because that's what it is, a Facebook ad. It's not the online advertising is not any different than the online advertising done right now. The difference is the delivery mechanism of that portal so that you and I can do it. Create the ad one time. It's distributed according to the algorithm across a million different apps and websites that are out there. That is great news. If you want to see what your ad is going to look like on all of the other different apps, I'm particularly interested in Bloomberg. What do the ads look like on there? Go to Bloomberg right now, Bloomberg.com, open it up, look at the ads. That's what your ad's going to look like, except with your artwork. Again, nothing different about this. It's exactly the same online advertising, just a different delivery mechanism so that you and I and the other 99% of us can actually do it. I get asked the question this time, why would all of these different apps and websites allow our ads to appear on there, right? And so are we kind of hijacking it? Are we hacking the system in some way? No, remember, this is exactly the same as normal online ads. Just the delivery mechanism is different because Royaltie, the company who owns this technology, buy hundreds of millions of ads every month in mass amounts, okay? And then resells them to us for us to be able to use with our ad pins in little packets. Okay, so we're buying them all at very, very inexpensive rates, and I'll show you that in just a second. But the reason why these websites and apps allow our ads to appear is they're getting paid for it. Nothing's different except the delivery mechanism so that you and I can now do it. So back to our girl here who's excited about getting married. She clicks on the ad, right? Which is what you would do. Remember, David Poole put his davidpoolerealestate.com, whatever he put in there. When she clicks on it, it now goes to his particular website, or it could go to his Facebook or his LinkedIn or his Instagram or YouTube, whatever URL, web address he puts in there. It could go to his Keller Williams site or his Century 21 site, his Ebby Halliday site, whatever his broker's site is. But remember what I said. The Royaltie platform has everything you're going to need to be able to do your own digital marketing. So obviously, it needs the ability to create your own website. And the Royaltie platform has not only the ability to create your own website, you can create unlimited websites. Hear me when I say that. Not 1 or 2 or 5 or 10, unlimited. I have 46 websites right now, currently, because I can. I have one product, so why would I need 46 websites? Well, my customers vary greatly. Sometimes I'll have a young couple buying from me, another time I'll have an older couple buying from me. They buy in different ways. They're attracted by different things. I can market accordingly. I've got unlimited. I've got areas in Dallas here that are very Hispanic. I can advertise in Spanish. I've got areas that are more family orientated or African American. They all look and buy in different ways. I can use different photography because I've got unlimited. So what's the job of a website though? We've got our website. We need to basically, because everything's changing, we've got to do something online, right? There's got to be something that happens in a prospect's mind to say, okay, yes, I'm going to buy this product, but I want to buy it from him or from her. So what happens? The website's got to do 4 things. First of all, inform someone about your product or service. In my case, electricity. In David Paul's case, maybe his house or houses he's got for sale. In your case, whatever your product or service happens to be, then I hopefully want to connect with you. Hopefully, I'm connecting with you now. I don't have the advantage of being in front of you, shaking your hand and meeting you and having that interaction we do face to face. Going away, we can have a different discussion about that, but this is what it is. Hopefully, I'm connecting with you. Hopefully, I'm interesting enough that you want to stay on and listen to what I'm talking about. So we got to connect. Third thing is, ideally, I'd like to be able to collect your information. So I need to be able to do that. And then fourthly, some kind of call to action, or a CTA that's sometimes called. But so basically we direct someone to the next move. Remember, between our girl Maridel, that girl who's looking to get married in November, it's now June, almost July. I've got to keep in communication with her between now and November when she's looking to buy. If we had just exchanged business cards and I called her every week to say, hey, how you doing? How you doing? That gets a bit weird. Whereas if I'm doing it online, I can be really creating a fantastic relationship over time. So that's what the website needs to do. Inform, connect, collect information, and give a call to action. So we create that ongoing conversation. This is what a very typical website would look like in the Royaltie platform. They're beautiful and they're simple, drag and drop. You do not need to have any HTML experience. You don't need to know WordPress. Simpler than Wix, simpler than Squarespace. I'm literally dragging and dropping. Over there, you can see on the left that David Paul has put information to inform about this particular house. Scroll down that website. There's text about the house. Okay, he wants to connect, so it would make complete sense for him to make a video. These things we've got in our hands nowadays are full 4K film cameras. This is like having your own film crew. David Paul can literally give a tour around the house. Hi. Welcome to 1100 Hunters Way. Here's the front entrance, the double staircase. The kitchen looks incredible. 3-inch granite. You need to check the pantry. Here's the master bedroom. And yes, I'm still going to call it a master bedroom. We've got, look at the ensuite, and perfect his and her basins here, but you have to check the yard. The yard is unreal. It has its incredible landscaping, but this pool is huge. And it has this kind of grotto area in the corner. Just so much fun for the kids to play. Great for a romantic evening with your spouse. In fact, if you'd like to have a tour around the house, fill out the information below and we'll arrange a time for me to take you around the house, or I'll send you a virtual tour. Okay, pretty normal, right? I attracted them and I got them to my website. I connected and I collected the information. Pretty normal, right? Oh, hell no. Hell no. Think about what you've just done. I have attracted someone who I didn't know from an ad, got them to my website, had them look through the website, connected with them. But what did I do? In order to have a tour, I need to get in touch with her. So I need her contact information. Now I've collected her information. And that, my friends, is the epicenter of all marketing. That is the holy grail of marketing. Now I have your information. I can stay in touch with you tomorrow, next week, next month, next year. I can stay in touch with Maridel. David Paul can stay in touch with Maridel between now, end of June, and November in a perfectly appropriate way, because he's now got her contact information. Here is the toolkit, by the way. I showed you how simple it was. To make this website, all you're doing is dragging and dropping. You've got stock photography in the system for over 230 different industries. But if you have a fairly specialized industry, you can upload your own images. In fact, David Paul obviously had to upload the picture of this house, but this picture is underneath that square over there on the left, large image. You pick that up with your mouse, drag it across to the work area on the left and let go. And that's where that image sits. The video, there's a link to this video. That link goes underneath the square on the left there that says video. Pick it up, drag it over to the right, let go. That's where your video is. No HTML, no WordPress. You're literally in 2 minutes, you can have your own website up and running. And again, it can be as many websites as you want. There's no additional cost, by the way. As many websites as you want to be doing, no additional hosting costs. But if that isn't simple enough for you, there's a little button down there in the bottom hand corner, which is a chat with support. They'll be able to answer any simple question for you. If it gets a little bit more complicated, they'll get on the screen with you and help you and walk you through it. Again, this is made for the other 99% of us, those who have very little experience or maybe even not at all. So let's continue with the platform. So far, we've attracted her attention. We've brought her to our website. We've informed her, connected with her, collected her information, and given her a call to action about going on this tour. But I've collected her information. I've got to keep it somewhere. So obviously the platform has to have its own database. Okay, big deal. You know, nothing really exciting about databases. Well, there is. There's three things that are exciting about this database. First of all, it's already part of the platform. You don't have to pull it in as a third-party thing, but then you have to try and make it work with everything else that you're using. It works with everything already. It's all there, already under one roof. Secondly, it's a full CRM. A little bit of jargon there, customer relationship management system. This is where you can now stay in touch with your client. Make sure you're reminded when to give her a call, send her an email. It'll keep track of everything you've done in the past, keep all the information you've exchanged between the two of you. But there's a third thing that this database does, which is awesome. It triggers just one of the ways. It triggers just one of the ways that I now, or David Poole now, can stay in touch with Maridel, and that happens to be with email campaigns. This is just one of the ways we're going to stay in touch with them. There's loads of ways we can, but email campaigns are one of them, and email is still king for staying in touch with clients and staying in front of clients so that when they're ready to buy, they're ready to come to you as an influencer. Now, I know some people say, well, what about spam and what about this? Yeah, there's spam involved in email. That's the same for anybody, whether you are a one-man band like us or a huge organization. Spam is what it is. And obviously you need to, prepare your emails accordingly. But most of the time, emails, you say, well, I don't read my email. Well, it's the same as when you're watching commercials on the TV. Most of the time, you ignore the commercials on the TV as well until it's something you're looking for. Maridel is looking for a house right now. She's given David Poole her information because she's looking for a house right now. So she is going to see his emails and open them. And this is where David Poole can now build the relationship. And these are the ideas of how those websites can actually look. You can see they're absolutely beautiful. They can be as beautiful, these landing pages here, as beautiful as the websites. They can be as, they're, again, simple drag and drop, as just the same way as we built the websites, or they can be simple two-liners. But this is where David Poole can give her help, give her advice, education, fun, recommendations to a loan company. This is where he can build the relationship with Maridel, win her trust, so that you can then do your job. And what's your job? That's to make the sale. Royaltie's job is not to make the sale. Sales and marketing very often are given to the same guy in a company, but they are very, very different. And it should be more marketing than sales, right? And the better your marketing, so the sale is, the need for a good sale is reduced. In fact, if your marketing is good enough, the need for a sale has almost gone away. I don't need to be sold on an apple because I've been marketed to for the last 20 years on Apple, right? But so this is why marketing is so important, but it is not the sale, okay? Royaltie's job is to make sure you are in front of your clients, your prospects, people who are looking for your particular product, informing them, educating them, establishing yourself as an industry leader, as an influencer. So when they are ready to buy, you get the business. Marketing, then sales. Royaltie is marketing. Here's the first email that may go out. This is a nice simple one because she asked for a tour around the house. So it says here, Maridel, thanks for getting in touch for a tour around 1100 Hunters Way. Click on the link below and get to my Calendly where you can make an appointment, or give me a call on 214-766-1234. But there's two things important about this email. First of all, it was automated. From the ad to the website, collected the information, out went the email. David Poole does not even know this girl is looking yet, okay? This is the first he knows because he's got some kind of communication from her. I want to look around the house. Second thing that's important about this email is, do you think Maridel's going to be the only one who wants to look around this house? Hell no, this is a beautiful house. There's going to be 50 people who want to look around this house. What's that? That's 50 people who saw your ad and filled out the information to get a tour around that house. Now, David Pool's only going to sell this house to one person, but he's got another 50 people who are looking for a house. He now has all of their contact information in that oh so valuable database. This is what the second email could look like. You know, something about David Pool, about why he's the perfect person for her to use as a real estate person. More houses for sale. Again, he's only going to sell that other house to one person. So why not let the people know about the other houses, similar areas, similar price, similar number of bedrooms, whatever it happens to be. Maybe the fourth email, and these are all automated, by the way. They're going out without David Pool having to do anything other than setting it up when he first set it up. Here's some recommendations on a loan officer, a title company, a cleaning company, maybe the local schools. This is where David Pool is going to endear himself as a great realtor to Maridel and asking for nothing in return. This is how business is done now. This is how everybody buys. This is how you buy. Okay, so let's attract a little bit more attention. So far, we went out there and attracted the attention of people who we don't know, but what about all the people who we do know, where all the hard work's been done? And what's the hard work? That's the know, like, and trust part. The know, like, and trust is something usually marketers have to do because they don't know who we are. But those people who are in our circle of influence, those people who are on our Facebook, on our Instagram, in our Twitter, on our LinkedIn sites, are people who know, like, or maybe even love and trust us. These are people who actually would love to give us their business on one condition: that they buy from you and you're not trying to sell to them. And I know we've all been on the receiving end of our friends and family and colleagues trying to sell us the latest water filter, the latest makeup, the latest health insurance, whatever it is. And it's just plain weird because most of the time you're not in the market for their product. However, if I am informing my friends and family on a regular basis because I'm posting through the Royaltie platform, on my social media, on my Facebook, on my Twitter, on my LinkedIn, if I'm constantly posting on them, then they are reminded that I'm in the electricity business, that you're in the mortgage business, that you are a personal trainer, so that they can do what they want to do, which is to give you their business. So basically, this is how it works. That you use the Royaltie platform to do your content marketing. We're posting on our Facebook, our Twitter, our LinkedIn all the time. And if you're not, you certainly should be. Obviously, usually you're posting about personal stuff, vacations, weddings, what you had for breakfast, whatever it happens to be. But you should be posting maybe once every 10th, 15th or 20th post, something about your business, your service. Not buy my product, I've got the best CBD oil, I've got the best electricity, I've got the best this. No, be informative. Top 10 reasons why it's now a good time to buy your house. The latest 10 makeup fashions for 2020, whatever it is. Interesting stuff where people are engaged with your industry. Every now and again, you may have a particular thing about your product, but if you offer a service to people, talk about the benefit of that service. Like with CBD oil, don't talk about your little bottle of CBD oil. Talk about how the fact that it helps aging pets live out their last few years comfortably. That's an emotional response. I'm not going to respond emotionally to your bottle that has a picture of a leaf on it and CBD oil, but I'm going to react to that picture, that beautiful old dog, who's given her whole life to the owner. I'm going to respond to that. So that's what you need to be doing, posting. And when you post through the Royaltie platform, here's why it's so key. The post is not just a regular post. It is a fully functional, clickable ad, and you have unlimited numbers of them. When people see your post on the aging pet, all right, they click on it, it now goes to a website. It doesn't just make the picture bigger. It now goes to a website where the first thing on the website could be, in this case, it's David Pool was promoting his open house. But for the CBD person, it could be the video of some guy talking about his old pet and stroking his pet here, saying, you know, oh, she's been with me for 15, I don't want to start because I'll get upset, but she's been with me for 12, 13 years, but she started to walk a little, you know, she's finding it hard to walk now in her back legs, blah, blah, blah. Now you're creating a conversation. Now you're talking about, you're not talking about CBD oil. You're talking about how we can help this old girl have a better life. So that's what's going on here is when you post your through the Royaltie platform, it's clickable and it can go to that website, which can do whatever you want your website to do. And remember how easy they were to build. Create your ad, set this on a little tripod, and you can have a great little ad talking about one particular feature of your product service, one particular couple you helped fall back in love, whatever it happens to be, okay? So here we are. So let's summarize what we've done so far, okay? We've attracted people to our business who, people who we don't know and people who we do know. This girl over here on the left could be our cousin, or it could be a girl who happens to be in the food court. And we attracted her via either our content on our social media or an online ad. But we brought her in to our circle of influence, to our landing page, okay, where I'm now informing her about my product, connecting with her, hopefully like I am with you, or you'll be able to do with the video, collecting her information and giving her a call to action. But here's what we're doing. Think about it. Remember, David Poole put that ad up for that house and Maridel answered and wanted a tour around the house, but who else did? 50 other people wanted a tour around that house. This is the success of the Royaltie platform. The measure of its success is not the number of sales you're going to get. That's your job. The measure of success for the Royaltie platform is how big you grow that database. How many more conversations can you start because you attracted some attention with your online ads, or you attracted some attention with a post about a particular thing on your social media. The more conversations that you're starting, the more information you're collecting, and that is the measure of success. The bigger your database, the more money you will make. I sold a business back in 2004 for over $2 million. They did not buy me. In fact, they let me go. They did not buy my staff. They didn't buy my office and premises. They bought a little bit of my technology, but you know what they bought? They bought my database, because it was full of people who buy from me and full of people who I had marketed to who will buy from me at some point in the future. And they spent multiple 7 figures on that. And that's what we all need to be doing, whether we're a one-man band, one-woman band, solopreneur, or Apple. The value of our business is the database we have. I'm telling you, they can lock that front door. They can put us on lockdown. They can get rid of our job. They can take away our business. Let me tell you, if you've got a list of 10, 15, 20,000 people in your database, you're back in business tomorrow, because that's 10, 15, 20,000 people who showed interest in your product or service. And you say, oh, well, that's a lot of people. Well, David Poole had an ad out there for one house and got 50 email addresses, because that was 50 people who wanted to look around that house. 20 houses for sale, that's 1,000 people. Put that over a period of time. It does not take long to build up a list of people who are interested in your product or service. Now, what else do we need to do? I talked about this at the beginning of the call. You've got to be able to measure your results, because obviously we want to make sure we put good ads out there. We want a good website. The only way to know that is to have analytics. And in your back office, here's the back office for an ad. That's the ad there, top left. On there, you can see a few different numbers, but there's 2 important ones. First one on the left is the number of people who looked at the ad, not clicked on it, looked at it. Okay, that's an impression. That's and then the next number next to it is the number of people who looked at it and said, nice, click. Right, that's a click. So let me tell you this: if the number of the people who looked at it is 10,000 and the number of people who clicked on it is 1, let me tell you what that isn't. That is not that online marketing doesn't work, which is very often because people's ego gets in the way. Oh, my ad's great. Why aren't people clicking on it? Oh, this online marketing can't work. No, it's because your ad sucks. It's because your message is wrong. It's because the picture's wrong. And that's what the analytics are there for, so you can correct it and make it right. Put your ego to one side. Documentation, the numbers, the data will show you that your ad isn't right. You can see the age, the gender, the device, the location of the people who are looking at your ads or your website. You can pick the age group of the individuals who you want to address. Let's say you're a Mary Kay girl. Picture me as a lovely, beautiful Mary Kay girl. I'm sure there are some Mary Kay guys as well. But let's say I've got a new line of teenage lipsticks, right? Or teenage makeups, right? I want to only appeal to 18 to 24-year-olds, which that's the one on the left there, females who are interested in, and I can put in keywords, interests. This is how we up our SEO. I can put in keywords about my Mary Kay products. I can put them about me, but I can also put my competition's names in there. So I'm going to have people, they're going to find me that much more easily because I put in the right keywords. That's how you can build up your SEO. You literally have the capabilities in this little guy here or your laptop of a digital marketing ad agency without spending the thousands and thousands to have them do it for you. You literally can be doing it yourself. The same analytics, the same way to create online ads, content marketing, landing pages, email campaigns, all there, and it's done for you in such an easy way you can actually do it. But not only that, you've got your best friend here who's going to help you do it. Artificial intelligence. When you become a Royaltie customer, you just put in your name and address, stuff about your business, and answer some questions about your industry. And then when you open up your platform to start creating your platform, it could be a nice complicated campaign, as complicated as you want, or a nice and simple, which is where I would recommend you start. Again, the quality is not compromised because it's easy to use. But this guy here will look at what the answers you gave to your questions when you signed up, and will go and find out the images and the content out there that's already on the internet, that's already being clicked on by people who are interested in your type of product or service. Pull it into your campaign and auto build it for you. It's not only painting by numbers, but it's painting it for you as well. It literally is helping you put the whole thing together. And again, it can be a nice simple campaign that you do day by day by day, or it can be something that's more in depth with a specific thing you have in mind. In fact, let me show you the daily thing here. I'm going to show you how you can get every day you can do your marketing in the same time as it takes to make you a cup of coffee. So here's a situation. So here's Joanne. She's a real estate person. She wants to do some kind of promotion, and you should be posting every day, some kind of content marketing, maybe some blogging, maybe an email campaign. That is a lot of work for a one-man band, one-woman band. We've got our business to run, let alone having to do the marketing. But I'm going to show you how you can do it in the time it takes to make a cup of coffee. She comes downstairs, puts the kettle on. There's an email waiting for her that says, our artificial intelligence engine has looked at the questions you answered about your business and created a new social marketing post for you to go and share on social media. You want to take a look at it? Yeah, I'll take a look at it. This happens to be for Joanna here. Top 10 reasons why this is the perfect time to buy your dream home. Yeah, that looks great. I'd like to post that. Where would you like to post it? I can either do Facebook, Twitter, or LinkedIn, or all three. Just with a click of a button, it says, okay, this is what it's going to look like on your Facebook page. You want to go? Yep, done. Click. I now have my kettle hasn't even boiled yet, and I've done my full social content for the day. The artificial intelligence created the article for me, put an image in there for me, but it's not done. And then it posted on all three of those social media apps and outlets. It's not done yet. It then says, would you like to make it a blog on your website? It converts that content and makes it into a blog and puts it on your website for you. Yeah, click, done. Now you can hear the kettle just starting to boil. Still isn't done. It then says, would you like to email all your contacts? Yeah, click, done. Literally 3-click marketing. Your email is done. 3-click marketing, and now you can go and pour your coffee. In the time it's taking you to get up, look at an email, make your coffee, and sit it in front of you to drink, you've done all the marketing you need to do for the day. And that's every single day. And that's the type of activity that's going to build your business, build that list, that database list. Now, again, you could be making big creative campaigns if you want to, but this is going to do the daily stuff that you need to be doing. We all need to be doing, and it's doing it for you. Additionally, if there wasn't enough, the retargeting I talked about. When someone has visited your website, whatever it happens to be, they can look at it one time, show a little bit of interest, got distracted, whatever, just they've seen it for one time. With the retargeting in the Royaltie platform, the Royaltie platform or the artificial intelligence is automatically going to advertise to that person 10 more times because they came to your landing page once. And you know as well as I do, follow-up is key, right, to your sales. Most people will follow up maybe once or twice, maybe 3 times, but most people, 80% of people, buy their product on the 5th time or later. 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th time. The Royaltie, now you're going to follow up as well, but the Royaltie platform also is going to follow up 10 times for you. If you don't think that's going to improve your chances of turning that prospect into a sale, I don't know what is. The retargeting is immensely powerful. Here's a couple of realtor applications that are really very relevant for realtors, but also relevant to whatever you happen to be doing. We got an open house here. David Poole wants to promote to the people who he doesn't know. So he's doing the online ads. He can drop the pin over the top of the house, over the top of an airport, over the top of another wealthy area. So he's attracting people he doesn't know. He can also be promoting via social media to everybody he knows on social media. All his friends and family and colleagues, they buy houses too and know people who buy houses. He can literally be marketing in both of those areas, attracting people to that open house. Here's another really cool real estate application, but it's relevant to pretty much most industries as well. There's hundreds of companies moving around the country. But specifically California to Texas. California is pretty pricey right now. Got some interesting tax rules. Texas is a great place to be. It's inexpensive, and we have lighter tax rules. So there's lots of companies coming here. I know Uber are coming here. I know McKesson, who are a large pharmaceutical company with thousands of employees, are moving from San Francisco to Dallas. Boy, would I like to be that real estate guy, right? I don't need all thousands of them. I'll take 20 or 30 of them. I can create this ad in my little portal. Remember the portal at the beginning of this presentation? I can create my ad. I can then open up that map, and I can drop a pin right over the campus of the McKesson Corp company and look at my ad. My headline is McKesson Corp employees, are you relocating to Dallas? Talk about targeted. Yes, I am a McKesson Corp employee, and yes, I am relocating to Dallas. Scarily targeted. Who else do people moving from California to Dallas need? Mortgage companies. They could be advertising in other states all around the country to get people before they get here. Title companies, moving companies, landscaping companies, cleaning companies. Who would have thought a Dallas dentist would advertise in San Francisco? Because they can catch them before they get here. Schools, churches, charities, vets, all of these different companies can be advertising out of state, catching them before they come into state. Here's another couple of real quick applications. We talked about Realtor. Obviously, roofers can chase customers or chase the storms wherever they happen to be, wherever there's going to be a hailstorm or whatever. Roofers get an alarm on their phone. They can be promoting in that area right now, right when it's happening. My son's in a band in Nashville. He promotes over the top of his next venues when he was doing live gigs. But now, because he's been collecting email addresses over all this time, because he's giving away free music, he has been emailing all of his fans and doing gigs from his front room in his house, and has the bands come online and watch him. Who are they going to go and see when the lockdown lifts? This is how you build that relationship, right? Restaurants, churches, charities, schools, insurance agents. Again, network marketers and insurance agents. Our job is to go out and get our friends, family, and colleagues to switch to whatever we're doing. And when we try to sell to our friends and family, that is just plainly inappropriate. It's been happening for years. That has now, for the first time, gone away. Now you can market to your friends and family in an appropriate way so that they can come to you when they're in the market for your product, when they're in trouble and need your services, which may not be the day that you need to sell to them, but it will be at some point in the future. When you have lots and lots of people doing that, that's how you're going to have a nice, solid, secure, growing business. So let's have a look at the prices. I used to have restaurants here in Dallas. We would spend between $2,000 and $4,000 a month per restaurant. $87 or $167 I would be spending on toilet paper and fax paper. Back when I had those restaurants, we had fax machines. In fact, we still do. But I don't have the restaurants anymore. But the point is, this is nothing to get all of your marketing done. That $327 package would have done all 3 of my restaurants. The $87 package, you get unlimited websites. Unlimited. You can have as many as you want, no increase in hosting fees. That alone is worth the price of entry. But 3 of them with the $87 package gets you AI campaigns, gets you full artificial intelligence, where they're making it for you, going out and creating all that content for you. Also, you have 10,000 emails that you can have. You've got unlimited social media. Remember the social media marketing? Remember when she was making a cup of coffee? You can do that as much as you like. You're not going to get charged anymore. Constantly, you're able to do that. And content marketing is key. Most of my business does not come from the online ads. I get business from there. Most of it comes from the content marketing, from my friends and family who are reminded that I'm in the electricity business. You got search engine optimization with the keywords. Remember the keywords we were putting in there? And when you blog, it's doing the blogging for you. When you blog, that increases your search engine optimization. You have file sharing and there's full analytics, so you can check everything you're doing. But you also get, with the $87 package, 250 of the website visitors will get those 10 ads after they visit your ad at your website one time. Someone visits your website, 10 ads, 250 of them with the $87 package are retargeted with ads. The 167 and 327 are just more of the same thing. 167 gets you 5 AI campaigns, 50,000 marketing emails, and 500 visitors to your website get the retargeting. Everything else is the same, unlimited websites, et cetera, et cetera. The 327 package, which is the one I have, because it brings me so much business in from my online ads and from my content marketing. I easily pay for this with my electricity company, but it gets you 10 AI campaigns, artificial intelligence campaigns. You've got 10 of them, plus the unlimited websites, 100,000 marketing emails, so you can be constantly in touch with your prospects, unlimited social marketing, search engine optimization, again, the file sharing, the analytics, but you get 1,000 visitors to your website are retargeted with those 10 ads. 1,000 people get 10 ads from you because they visited your ad one time because they were slightly curious. Then they get hit 10 times after that. That is really good. Okay, so now remember, that's each of those are complete digital marketing platforms that you can use to do your digital marketing. If you want to do the online ads as well, remember, Royaltie buy a whole bunch in one go, and then they sell the little packets to us to work with our ad pins. They're the little package prices down there at the bottom. If you want 10,000 impressions on your ad, that's 10,000 eyes on your ad, guaranteed. That's going to be $50 for that. And that's guaranteed that 10,000 people are going to look at your ad. You can make it, you can have those 10,000 go to one ad pin, or you can split 5,000 across 2 ad pins. I like doing that because I can do A/B testing. This was my ad on the left when I first started doing this. And I thought that was a great ad. My ego says, oh, I know how to create a good ad. And I placed that ad. No one was clicking on it. So I tried a second ad, but a second pin. I drove out because I'm trying to sell electricity to apartment complexes. That's really good for me. So I went and I stood outside the apartment complex, and I had a friend take a picture of me outside the sign of the apartment complex. So when people saw these ads on all of those different apps and websites, they're like, hold on a second, why is my apartment complex, in this ad? And they click on it. I got at least 10 times more clicks on the ad on the right than I did on the left. I had 2 different pins, both over the same apartment complex. The ad on the right got 10 times more clicks than the ad on the left. So I got rid of the ad on the left within 2 days. I knew that was a bad ad. If you're not doing A/B testing, you may be sticking with an ad too long that's just not performing. I have the 327 package. I do all the content marketing, all my email campaigns, but my online ads. I have 6 different ad pins around Dallas right now, promoting to 6 different apartment complexes around Dallas. And it's the same picture, me standing outside the apartment complex, obviously different apartment complexes. But that's it. That's the Royaltie platform. It's everything you and I, as the 99% who know we need to be here. It's everything you need to be able to do your digital marketing online. I'm going to show you how to get it for free in just a second. So if you want to stay with me, then you're very welcome to do that. But basically, this is a digital marketing platform. It's everything you need, and it's made for the other 99% of us. So not only can we now do it, but we will actually do it because it's simple to do. So we don't have to do this every day. I've got my mortgage to pay for, I've got my food to pay for, my cars to pay for, my college to pay for. I've got to sharpen my spear, and boy, I better go out and get some sales to pay my bills. Can you imagine if Apple thought like that? Now, with this digital marketing, you're building a farm where you're planting all of these seeds, and these customers are now coming to you because you're starting hundreds and thousands of conversations about your product, your service, whatever you happen to do. So when they are in the market, they will come to you to buy. Now, that may be today. Remember, 1% to 3% is today, but the other 99 to 97% is going to be tomorrow, next week, next month, next year. But at least you're in front of them. At least you're having a conversation with them. We're always going to be hustling just a little bit, but that's it. That's the Royaltie platform. That's everything you're going to need to do your digital marketing. And again, it starts at 87 bucks. I'm going to show you how to get it for free in just a second. But if this is something that makes sense to you, get with the person who invited you. They'll be able to answer any questions for you. They'll be able to get you started if you're ready to get going, and that's fine. Again, this is a show and tell, not a pitch, but it'll also be able to show you how to get it for free if that is something that makes sense to you. But for those that have to go and can't stick around to see how to get it for free, I really appreciate your time. Thank you very, very much. But for those who want to see how to get it for free, stick around just for 2 minutes. I'll show you how to do that. There's a way to get your platform for free. Okay. Royaltie want to obviously grow their business. They want to do that as easily as possible. So they want to incentivize you to refer this platform to other folks. Now, what is involved in referring? First of all, understand what you're referring. There's 99% of small businesses out there right now who are not promoting online like they should be in a digital market where everybody's buying online. So first of all, you've got a product that 99% of small businesses need. So it's very, very easy when you said, hey, you need to have a look at this platform. It will help your whatever business your friend happens to be in. But also, you don't have to learn what I'm doing right now. All you need to do is to point them to this call, and I will do that work for you. I know Felice has some guests on this call today, and I am doing the presentation for you. You're welcome, Felice. I'm doing it for Felice. She does not have to learn how to do this. All she needs to do is to say, hey, listen, I think this might be something that'll help your business. Get on Richard's call. He'll tell you all about it and see if it makes sense to you or not. Refer 3 people that way, and all you're doing is referring them to this call, and your platform is now free. So let's say Lisa here, she's got an $87 platform. She now tells her friend, a realtor, chiropractor, and a dentist, all of whom need to be marketing, all of whom need to have their businesses on the phones. She refers it, her platform is now free. Now, I would suggest that Lisa gets maybe a couple more just in case one of her 3 is on vacation or the card doesn't go through, because she'll get charged the $87 again. So I'd get 3 for free, but maybe 5 for a little bit of insurance. But that's it. I mean, it's really, really simple. You've got this incredible marketing platform and you're not even paying for it. And in fact, 90% of people who watch this call, listen to this call, are just customers. And I would even though you're customers, I would suggest you probably know other business folks. Refer them to this call. I'll refer them back to you. You've already seen that's what I do. And if they get going, they come underneath you and you'll get your platform for free. Now, 90% of them are customers. The other 10 are like Felice and myself and like a couple of other folks on this call. And we saw that here's a product that is the only simple to use product that's going to allow the 99% of small businesses to actually get their businesses online when there's this huge move from offline to online. And Felice and I said, you know what, I'm going to hook my wagon to this train because I think there's some potential here. And some of us, Felice and I and a couple of others on this call, want to keep referring over and above the 3, because Royaltie will actually pay you more money and you can take it by taking advantage of the affiliate program. And you can just refer more people. I did that. It was, to begin with, I just did it because I had friends who I knew needed to be able to market online. I started to get some residual income. I thought, you know what, I'm actually going to do this as a business alongside my electricity business. It doesn't stop me doing either one. In fact, my royalty business actually helps my energy business because it obviously is bringing in more customers. But bottom line, you can become a royalty affiliate. It doesn't cost anything. You've already got your business. You're not going to have to spend any more money. There is a $4.95 charge to open up one part of your back office, which is going to just show you who has come in as a referral for you. $4.95, about the same price as a cup of Starbucks coffee. So forego one coffee a month and you're in business as an affiliate. Costs no more than that. Compare that to my Dickey's barbecue restaurants, by the way. I had Dickey's barbecue restaurants. They were $300,000 each. And I had $30,000 to $40,000 a month on payroll. And I make more money as a royalty affiliate than I did with 3 Dickey's barbecue restaurants. If that isn't indicative, I don't know what is. And with this business, I've got no health inspectors, I've got no buildings, I've got no employees, no customers who are making things difficult, whatever. This is a great business. If this is your cup of tea, Royaltie will pay you an affiliate commission based on the monthly income you generate for them by referring people to them. I referred Felice. She said, thank you very much. Now uses the platform to help build her business. I got a little something for doing that, and Felice is grateful. But I also get an incentive for people Felice refers to the business as well, because she's a business person. She has a lot of business friends who need this as well, so she refers it because she also wants to get it for free, but I get paid on those as well. Here's what I mean. So here's Lisa. Lisa referred 5 people because she wants it free for 3, right? 3 for free, and got 2 more just to have a little bit more insurance. But obviously all of those 5 people were probably business owners, pretty smart. They referred some people as well. And Lisa gets paid on both of those 2 levels. So this is how the money works. Basically, if you refer 3 people, that's $87. The $87 package plus 87 plus 87 is $261. And you can see there that for $250, you get it for free. So the 3 gets you for free. But if you're 3, remember you get paid on both levels. If your 3 people are business owners, I guarantee they'll probably want to get it for free as well by referring it to 3 people themselves. So you got 9 people on level 2 and 3 on level 1. That's going to bring a revenue into Royaltie of $1,000 every month, right? Just over $1,000. Royaltie going to say, thank you very much. Here's a check for $365 every month. Not one time, every month, because you got your platform for free and they got it for free by referring to 3 other folks themselves each. You're going to get $365 a month, month after month after month after month, no matter whether you do anything else. That money's coming in month after month. That's what residual income is. Let's say your 3 people actually want to get that bit of insurance and get 5 people over time, no hurry. And let's say those 5 are business people. They want to get it for free with that little bit of insurance as well. Now you've generated $2,500 going to Royaltie. They say, thank you very much. Here's a check for $1,000 every month, month after month, residual income coming in month after month, whether you get anybody else or not. That's the same as having $600,000 of tax paid money in the bank, making you 2% interest a month. And good luck getting 2%. Ain't going to happen. I've been doing this now for 14 months. In my 11th month, I got to my residual income, got to over 5 figures a month in residual income. Now that's not typical. And I have to say that doesn't mean that everybody's going to get it like that. But I've just been all I've been doing is referring people to this call. I happen to be the presenter as well, but that's no different. You would also be just referring people to this call. I'll present for you, and you can build a business alongside what you're currently doing if you want to. And remember what you're referring. You're referring a product here to 99% of small business owners who know they need to be advertising online, don't know how to do it. And you can keep going, and there's more and more money there. So for those who would like to build more than 5 people, here's Lisa. She wants to build more, but no one else is building. Everyone else is just getting it for free. So Lisa got 5 people to get it for free, and those 5 got 5 each. because they wanted it for free. The revenue on level 1 is 348, goes to royalty. Revenue on level 2, 2,171 goes to royalty. They say thank you very much. Here's a check every month for $1,000 a month because you referred those people to me. That's awesome. That money comes in month after month. So now Lisa, no one else is building, just Lisa wants to get 5 more. Let's say she's been doing it for, I don't know, 6 months. She's not doing a really good job because all she has to do is, that's 10 people in 6 months is referring to this call. Really, really simple to do. Those 10 people just want to get it for free. No one else is building. $870 goes to royalty on level 1. $4,350 goes to royalty on level 2. Royalty say, thank you very much. Here's a check for $2,000. And that comes in month after month. That's a mortgage down here in Dallas. It's half a mortgage up there in the Northeast. I know that. But that's great money for just referring something. And all you're doing is referring this to this call. I'll do the work for you. Let's say she's been going a year, right? So less than 2 people a month you got on this call who I referred back to her. They just wanted to get the platform for free. And again, all they have to do to refer people to get the platform for free is this same call. I'll do the work. But now because of the revenue on levels 1 and 2, now Lisa's getting paid $4,000 a month. That is the average salary in America that people are trading 40 hours a week for and driving an hour to and from work. It's really good money. I don't want to make this a pitch, but this is exciting. This is not difficult money to make because all you're doing is compare this to running my Dickie's barbecue restaurant. I make more money doing this, and all I'm doing is referring people to this call. Let's say she's been doing it for 2 years now. Again, still 2 a month. She's got 50 people on her first level, and they just want to get it for free. Now, because of the levels on revenue on levels 1 and 2, she's now making $9,000 a month in residual income. That money comes in month after month after month because she got something started, because she's helping her business friends and her business colleagues promote their business so they can not only stay in business, but thrive. Now, there are, and I'm almost done. I'm going to get going in just a second. There are a few folks who are like Felice and myself and a couple of people on this call who actually do want to build more, not just get it for free. And if Lisa went out there and found people like myself and people like Felice and like Robert, who's on the call, and a couple of others who are on the call, if she can find 30 people like us, again, no hurry. I'm going to go find 30 people. Felice is going to go and find 30 people. Felice has got almost 60 people in her business. I know Robert has got well over 30 people in his business. I've obviously got over 30 people in my business. If Lisa had gone and found 30 people like us, who just got 30 people each, Lisa would now be getting us a commission check of $26,273 per month, month after month, because she referred people who just wanted to build like Felice and myself. Again, great money. And again, remember what you're referring. You're referring an incredibly good product at an incredibly inexpensive price that you could even get for free. And I do the work for you. I do the actual presentation for you. To me, that makes complete sense if you're interested in looking for a plan B alongside what you're currently doing. So I'm done. I'm just going to kind of summarize what we talked about. You can either become a customer or an affiliate. If you want to become a customer, you can, using the platform, you can get all of your online ads done, all of your content marketing done, all that retargeting where all of the people, or the people who visit your landing page get advertised again, automatically 10 times for you. Royaltie do it for you. Your SEO you can do. You can have as many websites as you want, your email marketing, your blogging, more content marketing to people who are trying to become customers, but also people who are already customers. Let's still talk to them so we can make them repeat customers. And we can measure the success we're doing. We can constantly get better and better and better. And it's for $87 a month, which most small businesses are spending on, as I say, the salt and pepper for a restaurant, we'll spend that in a month. The toilet paper will spend less than that or more than that in a month. And again, if you refer 3 people, you get it for free anyway. If you're interested in joining the business like Felice and myself and becoming an affiliate, we have everything there to help you do this. We have trainings. We have we have a group that we call the Gem Junkies, affectionately we call the Gem Junkies, and we help you build the team if that's what you want to be able to do. And the way to build a team is just refer people to this call. These are when I do the calls. I do 3 calls a week, and this is when I do them, and this is the time that I do them. All you need to do is refer them to this. There's the link. That's the Zoom link. I will do the presentation for you. You've seen that I refer them back to you. And then once if they're interested, this is something that they actually want to do, then there's training on Saturday. Felice does the training, or Gina, and they'll get your people onboarded for you. Now, of course, you're going to be there for help and support, but Gina and Felice do this out of the kindness of their heart. They're a volunteer army. They do this to help everybody in the team get going. There's a really good team spirit to help people do that. So as I've said, and I'll say again, if this is something that makes sense to you, either as a customer or an affiliate or both, get back with the person who invited you to this call. They'll be able to help you get your questions answered. They'll be able to get you started. Or they'll certainly be able to help you get the platform for free if that's something that's of interest to you. Thank you very much, guys, for getting on this call. I really do appreciate everybody's time. Felice, thank you for being there and standing by and watching the chat. I really do appreciate it. I'm going to say goodnight to everybody tonight. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. And again, I'm going to hand the call back to you, Felice, just to close the call out.
Okay. Well, thank you, Richard. Once again, a stellar presentation. I hope each and every one of you in attendance got some valuable information that you can use for your business. Again, if you have, get back with the person who invited you to this call. We wish you a good night. Thank you again for attending, and have a good rest of your week. And we will see you hopefully on a future call. Good night, everyone.
Bye, guys. Thanks, guys. Thank you.